Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Friday morning, getting our weekend start off right with a good outdoor show. And we're glad to be here. And I tell you what now, it looks like good weather for the weekend. So let's go ahead and look at today's weather. It's going to be a high of 90, low 75, and water temperature has dropped actually 2 degrees all the way down to 85. But we've just had a warm Gulf temperature the last 3 or 4 weeks. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500 right there at Baldwin Road and Highway 77. The river readings, take a look at Apalachicola. We're pleased to announce that it is back to normal, like it has been to the past about 2 years. It's at a 0.9 this morning. 0.9 up there in Bluntstown, not much of movement at all. But on the Choctahatchee at Caryville, we do have a little bit of movement today, and it's not quite as high as we said it was yesterday. They adjusted their forecast last night, so it is at a 1.4 now. It's getting up to about a 1.8 by tonight, but it's going to drop on out, okay? Our tides, we have one more day of good tides, and really, if you look forward for the weekend, it's a decent tide for the weekend. Oh, they flipped on us, but today is the August the 3rd, and we have a high tide this morning at 10:54. Right around 11 o'clock is going to be a high tide, and it's going to be going out all afternoon and be low at 8:12 tonight. So that, but now looking at, tomorrow's going to be a decent tide, but next week from Monday through Thursday, we got some neap tides and a lot of tidal flow going on right there. So that's our weather every Friday morning. I'd like to give a big shout out to Seaquarter Marina, one of our big sponsors, and their big tournament is this weekend, and we're all geared up, ready to go, and got a lot of chum put together, and a lot of things are falling into place for us. So it's going to be, some of you viewers have asked me about the weigh-in. The weigh-in will be Saturday and Sunday, and we'll start weighing fish in around 3 o'clock each afternoon, and the final will be at about 5 o'clock of their time, 4 o'clock our time. And it was last year we weighed fish up to the last 15 minutes of the tournament. So it can make it dramatic, especially if you have a big fish weighed in early like we did, and watching them unloading those big fish off the boat, not knowing what to expect when they brought it up to the scale. So always a lot of fun at weigh-in. So if you get a chance to ride down there, I want to make a donation to the Leukemia Research Foundation because so far they've raised $630,000 for leukemia research, and our hats are off to all the folks down at Seaquarter Marina. All right, we're going to take our break, and we'll be right back with our special guest.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop.
You can also check out our selection at Sunjammers Water Sports on Panama City Beach. Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team.
When you need to get the job done, you want the powerhouse of engineering, reliability, and value that is Kubota. And right now, during our 40-year strong celebration, get 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota subcompact tractors, compact tractors, or zero-turn mowers. Join the Kubota movement, 40 years strong, serving the American dream.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
All right, welcome back, and two familiar faces here. Now, I didn't say scary faces, I said familiar faces now. Tommy Barnes, Daniel Raphael, glad to have you guys on.
Good morning, Coach.
Y'all were here before we were this morning.
There you go. We're up and ready to go. Felt like it was time to go fishing. Got up this early.
Y'all were raring to go.
We were ready to go, Coach. We was actually making some practice casts out there in that ditch behind your studio.
We've had enough rain to have some water to hold some fish.
We sure have.
All right, guys. Well, let's talk about this weekend now. Where y'all going to be this weekend?
Well, you know, you got the Scallop Festival going on down in St. Joe, and we're going to take some couple of trucks and go down there and show them off.
That's right. I'm taking a few Chevrolets and GMCs down there to the Scallop Festival, which is the 3rd and 4th tomorrow and Saturday. It's going to be a pretty good time. Aaron Tippin's showing up, singing a little music in my hometown.
All right. So y'all see some familiar faces and all. Tommy, let's quickly talk about bass fishing. You been doing any bass fishing?
Yeah, fished a little bit Tuesday night. Got up there a little bit late, but caught a few fish, and we had some real good catches. We had I think it was a 10-pound stringer and maybe a 12-pound stringer. Some pretty fish came out of up toward Ecofina Creek, and somebody told me they were caught on an old sluggo worm type. Just bottom fishing with that. No lead or nothing. So June bug color, that's a famous color, man. You can't go wrong with a watermelon red or a June bug in Deer Point Lake. You know, right at dark. And so they've been catching them. Yeah,
and one thing about our lakes too, you know, a lot of times the drought doesn't have that huge of an effect on a lake like Deer Point Lake. It's still fairly level and all, and you get up in those creeks and they're still good and clear.
I've got to find some inline buzz baits, and one of the reasons I want an inline buzz bait is because it'll lay flat on the water coming across the water, where the safety pin type baits, you know, the spinner is up, and the fish will hit the buzz, and instead of getting the hook when they're short like that. And I missed a big fish the other night up there. I mean, he was all over that thing, but he just didn't get the hook. So that's the story of the one that got away.
All right, Daniel, I know your dad lives right there in St. Joe Bay. How's his scalloping been lately?
The scallops that he's gotten are nice size. There's a lot of smaller scallops scattered through them, but you can find an occasional big scallop, which is a little bit older scallop. And those guys are usually in that deeper water, up towards Lighthouse Channel. Most people are familiar with that area that are locals. Good show of them.
Yeah. Well, fellas, how have the truck sales been? I mean, I know.
You know, you asked about that. Well, you know, we got your truck. We got your truck in and got you delivered and everything in that brand new Chevrolet.
I've already hauled a load of firewood in that truck. I had a video. Several people called. I actually did. You know, there's been an outdoor show, an outdoorsman cut on firewood. So I went the other day cut some firewood. I said, we'll make a video out of it. People called and told me how much they enjoy seeing something like that.
Oh, is that right?
We put in that new truck. When look, I put some blankets down and everything so I wouldn't scratch it.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, we put that bed liner in there for you.
Yeah, well, that's double protected.
That's right. Double protected, everything.
Well, that is a nice truck.
It's a very nice truck. That's a Z71. You know what, Daniel, we said this down at the big sale down in Gulf County about a couple of months ago. We said there's two kind of people in the world: the man that owns a Z71,
that's right,
and the man that wants one.
That's right.
Well, here's a man that's got one now.
That's
so
right.
Well, it started a week before when Chip was down there. Daniel, y'all
yeah, Chip came in and saw us, which is Coach's son, and I caught him on the front lot. And I really didn't know who he was because I'd never met him.
Yeah.
And he told me his name was Chip Chester, and I got looking at him. I said, "You've got to be Coach's son." He said, "That's right, that's my dad." And I said, "What are you looking for?" And he said, "I want that truck, Chevy Z71 crew cab, leather, nice truck." He bought the truck and immediately called his dad. And then, Coach, you come in 2 days later and bought a brand new.
I was talking about getting a particular one. He said, they got your truck that you were talking about, because we talked about it during the summer about getting trucks and all. And he said, they got the one you're talking about, so I come down there.
That's right.
Sure enough, I ended up, I really got it. I'm not a salesman thing, but really got a good deal, and it is a fine truck. So,
hey, Coach, when we got our paycheck, we realized how good a deal you did get.
That's true. And my son-in-law also has a Chevrolet truck, so we got to get a picture of all three of us in our truck.
We need to do it.
But it is really, we'll sell more about it and all, but it's I haven't had to use four-wheel drive yet. But
you probably won't for a long time.
Well, I hope during hunt season. But I don't want to get out there and scratch. I told my wife I didn't want to drive it in the daylight because the sun's too bright on it. and drive it at night, then the bug's gonna get on it. So
That's right.
I gotta keep it parked in the
Well,
garage.
that's the good thing about buying a used pre-owned, see?
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about it. Somebody else has already put that first scratch on it, so you can just go into the woods with it.
That's why he bought a new one.
That's why he bought a new one.
And I gotta show you all the scratch after the show. I already got a scratch on it.
That's right.
But that's all right. All right, we're gonna take a lot going on Friday. Of course, we're gonna do our drawing for Tarpanock Seafood and also our famous Friday fishing forecast. Plus, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna look at a map on where these scallops are if you're going scalloping this weekend. So we'll be right back.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
AMW Trailers, Austin Machine Work, trailer repair of all kinds. Folks, you always need to check your wiring. This is a great place to get it done, right here. Trailers of all sizes. Folks, check out this all aluminum trailer. That's what they specialize in over here at AMW. You get one of these, you won't need to get another one. Going down in a big, blue, beautiful building in downtown Millville. Get you one of those new aluminum trailers and get yours fixed right here at AMW Trailers.
Blue Water Outriggers. Everything you need for outdoors, whether you're fishing off the piers, surf fishing, or heading out into the Gulf. Blue Water Outriggers has what you need. Live bait, freshwater, saltwater tackle, rods and reels, clothing, marine supplies. Hottest brands, greatest prices, friendliest service. BWOfish.com. Shop online. Open 7 days a week, 30 miles east of Panama City. Blue Water Outriggers.
Okay, welcome back. Sitting here, Mr. Barnes and Mr. Raphael, better known as Tommy Barnes and Daniel Raphael, but they're here. They work at Bill Kramer, and y'all have some people every now and then watch the show and give y'all a shout out.
Actually, had one in yesterday. And he came from St. Joe and he asked, where's those fellas that's always on Panhandle Outdoors, the fishing show? So they brought him down to us, you know.
Oh, well, good.
Looking for a new truck.
All right, quick email here from up in Bonifay. This is from Joy Jernigan. It said, hey, Coach, Joy here from Bonifay. I would like to get registered for your Friday drawings. We've done that. And I ask a question. I've got family going to Port St. Joe this weekend for the Scallop Festival. And also we're going to do some scalloping. Where would be the best place for them to look? I know this year's been spotted for scallops, and any help you can provide will be greatly appreciated. Well, Joy, we're going to help you out. We're going to show you a map, and also have Daniel here, and Daniel can help out because his dad lived right here. I'm going to show you, this is St. Joe Bay, okay? Here's Presnell's Marina, and now Danny Raphael, Daniel's dad lives right here. That's right. Okay? This is Black's Island here, this is Conch Island. The scallops that everybody's been getting has been right up here northwest of Conch Island in about 2 to 3 feet of water. Now recently they've been moving up this way, and you'll notice if you go this weekend there'll be some boats. And Daniel, that's the Lighthouse Channel. This is where your dad was talking about, right in here.
No, sir, we were Lighthouse Channel's up
Y'all
towards
went
the head
back
of the
down
bay.
this way.
That's right. There's Lighthouse Channel.
Danny
right
Raphael went back down this way to Lighthouse Channel. Now I went there July the 1st and didn't get a whole lot, so I moved up to here.
What we did, Coach, is right there in the channel. If you'll go up just a little piece, there you go. Right there, that deep water makes up, and then you get into the shallower water.
Yes.
And that's where we were getting them right there on that edge.
Okay. All right, so that's a couple places you can go, all the way up that channel and up there around Conch Island. So good luck to you, and hope you have a great time at the festival. Okay.
You know, that's almost unheard of for a local to point out where to go and get the fish. I
Well,
mean,
we're trying to help people out.
It's a little bit different than bass fishing. You know, you go to weigh in with scallops, you might get laughed at. So
That's right. I tell you, I was noticing that lighthouse channel and everything. Matter of fact, it's right out. Daniel, when he was a little boy, had a little swing set out there. If you get out there about 200 yards from his little swing set.
That'd be the marker.
That's the marker. Daniel's
Okay.
little swing set.
One good picture here. We've got to show you another picture, but check this out. We always have a picture of these kids. Now look at that. Just look at the face right there. Is she happy?
She's
Boy,
happy.
that's a big old shelf right here.
Josephine Turner. Okay, Josephine Turner. She's age 5. She was all smiles when she not only caught her first keeper fish in Deer Point Lake, but also lost her first tooth. It was a great day to remember. We're very proud of her. So what a day. Good job, Josephine.
You know, it's so important, Coach, that people take their children fishing and get them and participate in something besides the ways of the world, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
I think that's one of the things that keeps us on the air is encouraging folks, encouraging young people to really do these kind of outdoor activities.
Yes,
and we strongly believe it. We live that kind of life too. We really take it serious. Now, talking about taking some serious fishing, check this one out. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, that's a snapper we caught there with Captain Jack Simmons about 2 weeks ago.
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack took us out on his boat. That fish weighed about 21 pounds. He was a hoss. Caught that fish, a couple kings on that trip, a couple nice gags. We had a good trip that day. Sure did. Had Captain Sean Youngblood with us running the boat.
Yeah.
And he did a fantastic job.
Well, y'all had some Youngbloods and Raphaels and Captain Jacks all over the boat.
We had a pile of them.
Y'all bet y'all had a good time.
We sure did.
Y'all got to let me know next time y'all go. I'll go there and film that crew because I imagine that would make some good footage.
I guarantee you.
Yes, sir. And Tommy wants to go. Tommy loves offshore fishing. Anything 60 miles or further, he loves it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when you go out there and it's rough.
Yeah, you like
I love to be able to hold on to the boat and try to fish. And it just.
Does you good.
Of course, they joking about that because I tell you what, I can stand on the rocks at the jetties and get seasick.
Well, some people like that. But anyway, this weekend is going to be some excellent weather for fishing. It's like, you do a lot of freshwater, and the freshwater guys I've talked to have had a pretty slow week, and they keep complaining about not having much water in the upper end of the river system.
Absolutely, it's real low, and folks, when you're down there at the river, you got to be careful. I know south of Weewahitchka down there in the Big River, there's a couple of places that it's sanded all the way across the river, and you've got to, hug the curve, stay on the inside, but watch for those logs and stumps and stuff that's. The Corps is not dredging anymore. They've been through for several years now.
And beginning to show too.
It is absolutely. We're seeing the damage, and it was my understanding that there was one lady that really got the ball started on that to stop dredging it, and now we've got a mess down there. So be careful when you run up down the river out there.
Just the other day, you had a buddy of yours that almost got hurt in the tournament last Tuesday.
Actually, yeah. The other night we had a guy got thrown out of a boat up there at Deer Point, and he's okay, and had a couple of cracked ribs and a dislocated shoulder, I think was the final results. But somebody from the hill saw what had happened and came to his rescue and helped fish him out.
What did he hit a stump or something?
No, I think somebody had come across in front of him on one of the curves up there, and he was trying to miss them or something, and turned too sharp. But he's okay, and we're glad.
And we've learned too, it's not just boats you need to wear your life jackets. Be the dock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's
wear that life jacket and all. All right, let's get ready for our Tarpon Dock Seafood giveaway. We do it every Friday, and I'll tell you, enter this thing all during the year. We're going to have some sweepstakes later coming up, and y'all want to give away some caps too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to give away some.
Sure enough, we'll
Well,
give away some hats.
after the show, what number can they call?
They can call my cell phone, which is 850-238-7826.
And it's going to be some Bill Kramer
No,
caps,
Lord,
or-
we're going to give away some Chevrolet hats, maybe a GMC hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, compliments of our parts department. Listen, folks, it doesn't matter if you bought your General Motors vehicle from us. Just come on by. We've got a great staff there in our parts department, and they'll be willing to take care of you and get you those fine GM parts and to replace your parts. You know,
Billy Don been with the dealership 47 years. I mean, you can't ask for any more knowledge.
He's the longest running show that Bill Kramer's got.
That's right. That's right. Next to Mr. Henry.
Yeah, Mr. Henry. I forgot about Mr. Henry.
All right. We're going to draw the first draw. Daniel, I'm going to let you draw first. You're going to be drawing for a red snapper.
Red snapper. Drawing for red snapper.
I'm going to draw for red snapper.
I'm going to go way back here.
All right.
Grab this guy right
Dropping
here.
Dog Seafood. And the winner.
Billy Halls. H-A-W-E-S.
Billy Halls.
Youngstown fellow.
That's right. Billy Halls.
Youngstown.
Got a 722 number.
All right, now, that was the $20. That's red snapper.
That's red snapper.
Right, red snapper.
I'm going to write red snapper.
All right. Tommy, you're going to draw for a $20 gift certificate from Chopping Dock Seafood.
Need a drum roll, Bubba?
Hold on, we got.
Get one of them now. We can't get away.
We got two, but we got one right here. All right, let's see. Tim Ledbetter.
Tim Ledbetter.
Hey.
All right.
Is that any kin to Marcel Ledbetter?
It might be.
That's old Jerry Clyde's old buddy.
Yeah. Knock him out.
Now, what did he win, Coach?
That was the $20.
Wow.
$20.
Knock
and
'em out,
today is
John.
the 3rd of August. All right. All right. Folks, y'all give me a call if you win that, or you can go down to Tarpon Knock today and tell them that you won it and you're ready for a good weekend of seafood. All right, we're going to take our last break, come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast.
On the water or under the water, success starts at C&G Sporting Goods. C&G specializes in fresh and saltwater fishing tackle, floundering supplies, spearfishing equipment, and much, much more. C&G also has licenses, maps, and expert advice on where to go. For over 59 years, C&G Sporting Goods has been the headquarters for the outdoors man. Fishing, hunting, camping, guns, and ammo. They've got it all. C&G, home of the experts, downtown Panama City.
When you have work to do, get it done with the powerhouse of engineering, reliability, and value that is Kubota. And right now, during our 40-year strong celebration, get 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota utility and ag tractors and tractor loader backhoes. Join the Kubota movement, 40 years strong, serving the American dream.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
Are you still waiting to do something with your IRA, 401k, annuities, or other investments?
My dad has an economics degree from Vanderbilt University, and he helped me with my homework. A lot of people call themselves financial planners, but my dad passed a board exam to be a certified financial planner. He's very easy to talk to, and he spends a lot of time with me.
To my existing clients, thank you for your friendship and loyalty through these uncertain times. And to everyone else, don't wait until it's too late. Call me today, and let's see if I can help.
All right, welcome back on this Friday morning. Sitting here with Daniel Radfield and Tommy Barnes from Bill Kramer Chevrolet. And now, before we get to our fishing times for today, if they win the hat, now they need to call you. We're going to call right after the show, and how many winners we're going to have?
We're going to give away 3 hats.
3 hats. So the first 3 callers?
First 3 callers, you call after the show.
Okay.
We'll give you 3 hats. Come see us and take care of that for you.
Okay, good deal. All right, now, let's take a look at Express Lane Fishing Game Forecast for today. We're looking at our times. This afternoon, we're looking at, now guys, I don't know if y'all can get off early today, with it being Friday, but 2:04 to 4:04 will be a good window of opportunity to catch a big bass there, Tommy. And then this morning, 1:40 to 3:40. Dan, if you're still up at 1:40 to 3:40, just you go floundering. But
yes, sir.
Moon's been pretty full lately, and been a lot of daylight. Has your dad talked about much floundering going on in St. Joe Bay?
No, sir. I haven't heard any floundering stories lately, not as far as gigging.
Yeah.
Now, as far as catching them off the dock and fishing in the bay, I've heard some good flounder stories.
Yeah. We'll get started with forecast. Like I said, on the river system, I talked on freshwater. Tommy just gave us some information. I also talked to Randy Burlin yesterday on freshwater. Randy and him yesterday morning. And Randy has a camp down at Howard's Creek. And the big news, it's real slow on bass and brim right now in that area. But the big news down there the sheephead had moved up into the river system, and they're catching some nice sheephead.
I tell you what, you can take a snagless Sally, and the sheephead will take it away from you.
Yeah.
Now I've caught them in the river, and I've caught some in the big river, but down across from the old Breakaway Lodge, right there on the river system below the trestle, the sheephead are strong right in there now.
They and they're good eating too.
Very good eating.
So that's the big news on freshwater. That we're giving in the lower river system. We get some nice sheephead catches. Let's move over to after I go to St. Joe Bay. I talked to Blair Morgan, and the big thing, the offshore, the weather this past week has kept a lot of people off the water. These thunderstorms in the afternoon and even coming in the morning. It's been, and also the Apalachicola guides. Now there's some guide services out of Apalachicola that take a high-end clientele tarpon fishing, and they go down but they've been able to catch some nice tarpon. And they get it right out from Lenart Village. There's some nice flats out there.
I've always heard that's some of the finest tarpon fishing in the world.
They come in from all over the place to Apalachicola and go down there, and those guides have a field day with their clients down there tarpon fishing. So that was steady. But the triple tail now moved back out of St. Joe Bay. The water got so warm they moved back out of those structures and all. So the triple tail fishing really slacked off. Now Captain Mitch Coleman sent a good report from Mexico Beach. In fact, we have a picture here. I'll show you. Mitch said, now what they've done here, we've got two pictures here. Let's show this first one right here. The Martin boys, okay, now this is going to be, I got two pictures here, Jeff. I don't know which one I put on first. But anyway, Mexico Beach is rolling. This is Martin boys from Fayetteville, Georgia. They landed 3 kings ranging from 14 to 18 pounds, caught on the lower side, on the tower site in 70 feet of water on Sunday. And then Lindsay also from Lane and Lindsay from Florence, Alabama, caught these 2 big kings on Wednesday of this past week out of Mexico Beach, fishing out of Mexico Beach. They were caught on live bait, and one hit a tandem rigged frozen cigar minnow, and caught on live spinning tackle, and they were sort of bumping trolls how they fished down there. And here's the winning weights on this past weekend's tournament down at Mexico Beach Marina. The first place was a 35-pound king. And also the first place wahoo was 53 pounds, so that's a decent size
That's
wahoo.
a nice fish.
And then a mahi was 44 pounds. So those 3 categories, 35-pound king, 53-pound wahoo, and a 44-pound mahi. And here in Panama City, quickly, Panama City, bay fishing has been fairly slow this week. The pier fishing has been really strong, but right there at daybreak is when they're catching those kings. Those guys were telling me right there when daybreak comes out, about the first 30, 45 minutes, make a good king run.
Now y'all won that tournament you're fishing this weekend last year.
Well,
right?
we'll mention that one more time in case y'all haven't heard of it, because it'll be the last time. Thank you for mentioning that. I wish I had time to tell you that story, but yeah, we did win, and it's a great tournament to get a chance to get down to Carabel, to Seacourt Marina, and you know Mr. Crowder.
I do. Jimmy Crowder's he used to be a customer of mine in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Jimmy Crowder Construction, great guy.
Yeah, and it's such a good cause.
Did you say that they've raised $660,000?
Yeah, $630,000 in 8 tournaments.
That's incredible.
For a little town like Carabel, and for such a great cause. In fact, the guy from Chicago, the head of the Leukemia Research Foundation, he'll fly to Tallahassee, drive to Carabel, and they'll present him a check at a tournament. It's that big a deal for those folks up there.
That's unbelievable.
Wow,
yeah,
that's great.
It's talking about good causes and all that.
You know, we got a lot of folks down in Carabel.
Yeah.
They come up here and shop.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
Appalachia, East Point, Panacea,
Hey,
all of them.
and a tip for everybody out there that doesn't know an oysterman, don't ever mess with an oysterman. He will grab you up. He's got some of the strongest arms in the world.
That's true.
I'm going to tell you.
That's true. Well, we got to wrap it up for the week, folks. I want to thank y'all. We had a great week here. Got another great week coming up. And guys, thank y'all for getting up so early.
Looking forward to it.
Appreciate you, Coach.
I'll call them win that hat now when we go off the air. Hey, we got to get out here and do something good, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.